you link back up with Pac?
So, when Pac was a part of Digital Underground and he was about to embark on his solo career, I had just got out of jail. Right, I had just got out of prison. When he embarked on his solo career, I had just got out of prison. And like I said, I was more like his big brother than his cousin. Because as I said, I'm the oldest. And obviously when I got out, we hooked up. He came to New York and we hooked up and we united and we ignited the flame that we had between us. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted me to be with him everywhere he went. He wanted me to be with him, partly because of the love and the bond that we had, but also because he knew I would do my best to protect him in any way that I could. Not saying that I was a protector, but just that because I'm his oldest cousin and he trusted me, he knew that I would do anything I could to protect him. That's when it first started. Yeah.
So kind of like a bodyguard, but
no, not like a bodyguard. Nah, just someone that he can trust, who he knew when things hit the fan, I was going to not run. I was going to stay there and fight. You know what I mean? I was going to hold him down, and I was going to make sure that he was safe in any way I could. You know, and he knew that. You know, he knew that about me. Not acting or serving as his bodyguard. I wouldn't look at it that way. It was more of that. He's my loved one. You know what I mean? So we're going to protect him regardless, you know? And he's going to protect me regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So in October 1991, Pac was stopped in Oakland for jaywalking, and he was put in a chokehold, beat down, and they forcibly arrested him. How did you feel about that when you hear it, or were you with him?
I wasn't with him at the time. I think I was in jail.
Okay.
When I heard about it, you know, I knew why the police did it. Number one, because of Pac's revolutionary history, and because Pac, he's not going to let anyone take advantage of him or disrespect his rights. He's going to stand up for his rights, particularly around police officers. Right? And that's what came to mind when I heard about it, you know, and I knew that he's very intelligent, he speaks with intelligence.
Oh, he was very smart.
Yes, he speaks like a person who understands how to interact with other people, right? And interacting with police officers, sometimes, you know, you have to be able to speak to them in a way where they understand that you know when your rights are being violated. And that's, I'm sure, was what Pac did. And when they heard that coming from his mouth, they felt like they had to teach him a lesson, I guess, you know. But they was the ones who paid dearly for that, because obviously, as you know, he sued them and he won.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Which he should have. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So in 1992, there was a festival in Oakland, California. A 6-year-old kid unfortunately got shot. Were you there at the time with him, and what happened?
No, I wasn't there at the time. I don't have, you know, I only know what happened based on what my brothers told me about it who were there. My brothers and E.d.i and my brothers E.d.i, Yacht, they were all there at the time. Mopreme, you know, based on what they told me, I know what happened, but I wasn't there. I ain't see none of that.
So can you tell us what happened? This one what they told you?
All I have is fragmented details. So it's not going to even make sense for me to go into them, because I really don't know what happened. I know that there was some altercation, and because Pac was in town and he had found some success, and there were some rappers that was in the crowd that Pac used to work with before his success, and I think there was some jealousy that entailed, and one thing led to another.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, were you with him when he would record albums? Like,
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
Which one? All of them?
I was with him for Me Against the World. I was with him for a little bit of Strictly for My Niggas. I've seen him. I didn't work. I wasn't with him in the studio when he did 2PAC'S Now. But I saw him perform those songs, like say for instance, we're hanging out, and this was what Pac was good for. He was good for, like, we're hanging out, and say for instance we're on the train or we're going to the store or something, and Pac would break out suddenly in a freestyle, and it would be music from his album that's unreleased, right? His album is not released yet. So he would just break out in freestyles of some of the songs that were on the album that was going to be released. And I've seen him do that a lot with 2PAC'S Now. And that, by the way, was the first time I said to myself, wow, man, he's dope. And I saw, like, when I used to watch Pac perform these songs, right, in public, like in the public space, right? His body and his energy changed. I used to see his body, his movement and his energy would change, and he was so into the music. It was like he meant every word that he was saying with every fiber in his body. If that makes sense. That's what it used to look like to me, man. And like I never seen that before.
Yeah.
I never seen anybody deliver their music that way. Like it was something like, it was like he meant every word that he said with every fiber in it.
That's why we love them, because we can feel the emotion is feeling. Okay, to me, Me Against the World is his best album.